Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Frenzy Talk, episode 8 for you guys.
That's right. We have a pay-per-view. Yes, 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 yes.
Glorious! I will be there, because we can't play the songs.
Dun, 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 dun. I am a real American.
So you
Edit
get to
that
hear
out.
a scene. Cult of personality. Dun, 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 dun.
It's horrible sounding, so therefore we can pull it off.
Yes.
That's right. It is the Frenzy Talk portion of the show, and we have a pay-per-view for you guys this week. You know what we forgot to do on the NASCAR, so we'll go ahead and do it for Fastlane.
Oh my goodness gracious. What is wrong with me?
We're slipping. That's right.
It works out good because it is the Fastlane pay-per-view.
Yeah, that's why I had you do that.
Oh, and we meant to do that, everybody. I promise you, we meant to do that.
That brings back memories of the WrestleMania where John Cena comes flying in his car.
Yep, I love it. WrestleMania 23 at Ford Field in Detroit.
I knew you'd remember the exact date for that.
I'm like a wrestling historian. Ask me something, Tim. All right, good deal. Thanks, Tim.
Who won the heavyweight title at WrestleMania 3?
WrestleMania 3?
Yes.
That would have been Hulk Hogan.
Yes!
Because he body slammed Andre the Giant at Pontiac Stadium.
Totally trying to throw you off on that one. I was making the most obvious one you'd think about a little more.
Because yes, the earlier ones I have not watched a ton. I will not lie.
No, but I knew you'd know that. I just wanted to see if you would hesitate at all, thinking I was tricking you with something. But who won the Intercontinental title?
That would have been Macho Man.
Thinking you're right.
See, now I want to go back and rewatch those early ones now.
Oh, well, WrestleMania 3 is a great WrestleMania.
It is, yep. Now, if you ask me anything about Royal Rumbles, I could tell you.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, you're the man when it comes to Royal Rumbles.
Oh, I know all the numbers. Anyways.
Who won the first Royal Rumble ever?
Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Ho!
And who won the last Royal Rumble?
Randy Orton. I had to go through them all real quick in my head. I was almost ready to say Roman Reigns, but I was like, no, that's not right.
So as you can tell, we both love wrestling and we embrace it and talk about it. And we have the Fastlane pay-per-view coming this Sunday night, which will make we forgot to mention on the Picks Edition that we will be filming the show on Monday again because of the pay-per-view. So
that's right. Hey, we told them to tune into the.
We did tell them to tune in.
So if they didn't, it's their own fault.
Yes. So what are you thinking for this? Well, first of all, tell us where this pay-per-view is at, Rose.
Yes, this first one is up Sunday, 8 p.m. You can watch it on the WWE Network, and it is coming to you from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and it is the Fastlane pay-per-view because we are on the road to WrestleMania.
There's no NXT pay-per-view to go along with us this week, right? No. Okay. So, we got 3 of the main matches on the card here. So before we get into those main matches, let's talk about what else is going on at Fastlane.
I knew you were going to ask me that. I'm trying to get it up here.
All right. So in the meantime, we'll address something else while he's pulling that up. Rumors flying around WWE, or rumors flying around wrestling the world right now. It is official now that Matt and Jeff Hardy are no longer a part of Impact Wrestling, and rumors are flying rampantly that they are going to be rejoining WWE in the near future. To the point where it appears Matt Hardy has been already trying to trash talk Bray Wyatt. Do you see this as a legitimate? And do you think this means they are definitely coming back to WWE?
I think it's a good indication of it. I think all it's going to take is WWE and the Hardy Boys to sit down and hash out a contract and work it out and figure out, money.
So my thoughts going into that, if it does happen, I don't foresee Vince McMahon wanting them to do the broken gimmick. I think he's going to want the Hardy Boys that WWE had back. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, you never know nowadays. Vince is still in charge, but with the direction WWE's been going with the younger talent, they may want it. They may want it. I think it'd be easily they could do a Hardy or Brother Neo versus.
There's so many. I could give or take Matt, because Matt, in reality, Matt over the years has been like a complete jerk to fans and everybody else out there. But Jeff has always been the lover of the fans, and he's always embraced his fans and everybody else. I mean, I could live more so with the signing of Jeff Hardy. The Hardy Boys would be awesome to have them back. But I really see a lot of potential for some cool matches if at least Jeff comes back.
Yeah.
I would love to see Jeff take on AJ Styles. I think that could be an interesting match.
I'd love to see Jeff versus Bray Wyatt. I'd love to see Jeff versus.
I want to see him like some of the newer guys. I like Shinsei Nakamura. That would be a good.
Finn Balor versus Jeff Hardy would be amazing.
You know what, dude? That would be. I would love that. Finn Balor as the Demon, and then Jeff Hardy comes out with all his stuff too, man. Like his.
I would love to see Willow.
Creatures of the Night.
I would love to see Willow versus.
Now, that's interesting. Willow, yes, interesting. That would make for some entertainment right there. Willow coming out. That would be cool. I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Yeah.
Willow versus the Demon. That would be pretty cool. All right, what do you got for us for this wonderful Fastlane pay-per-view?
All right, I'm gonna start at the bottom. First up is, and I'm not the matches that we have on our sheets here. I'm not going to say those right now. We'll cover those.
We'll cover those in a few minutes.
Yep. First up, kickoff match, which you can watch on Facebook, I believe YouTube, the WWE Network, all these kind of things. Is actually a cruiserweight tag match. We have Rich Swann and Akira Tozawa versus the Brian Kendrick and Noman Dar. So it's a tag match, kickoff match. So usually
I'm gonna lie, I've kind of lost a lot of interest in the in NXT and the 205. I haven't watched them the last couple of weeks. I may try and catch up on them at some point, but just haven't had a whole lot of interest in like watching it when it's live lately.
Yeah, I haven't really watched any of 205. I'm still all caught up on. Actually, this morning I had a 2-hour delay, and I actually was able to watch NXT from last night. So
how was it? Is it worth watching?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Leading up to, I believe, at the next TakeOver, which will be the night before WrestleMania. Ember Moon versus Asuka. They're leading up to.
Oh. Yes.
Leading up to something more with Sanity. Sanity looked like they were at the Wyatt compound, standing by a bonfire or something, and talking about, Ty Dillinger. It was.
Just tell me the Wyatt compound got destroyed.
Yeah. Yep. It Randy Orton set it afire. So I was reading an article. Apparently, it was a big curveball, and I guess he now wants to challenge Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania for the WWE title. So reports that I'm hearing is that it is going to be Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt for the WWE Championship, and then somehow I guess Shane McMahon is going to screw over AJ Styles because he is actually right now the number one contender for the WWE title. So somehow Shane would screw AJ. So setting up at WrestleMania, AJ versus Shane McMahon.
Oh, really?
Yep. That's reports of what I'm hearing. So next up is Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax.
I don't know how I feel about Shane trying to still wrestle, especially with those kind of guys,
Yeah. Yeah, especially since he hasn't wrestled since last year's WrestleMania. And
yeah.
I don't know. I don't mind The Undertaker doing, wrestling just at WrestleMania. But guys like Shane, it's kind of like, to stick to being the general manager is how I feel.
Yep.
Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax. Who do you think's going to win in that one? I think Nia Jax will.
They haven't really had Sasha Banks doing a whole lot lately. That's for sure. And they're kind of pushing. I don't know why they're pushing Nia Jax. I don't even like her. It'd be all right if she was big and capable of doing wrestling, but she's just big and they have her face a bunch of nobodies basically. Now lately they've been having her come down and beat down some of the bigger names, but I hope Sasha Banks wins, truthfully.
Yeah. I think Nia Jax will win, but I hope Sasha wins, yeah.
Right.
Next is a Cruiserweight Championship match. Neville versus Jack Gallagher. I love Jack Gallagher.
Yeah, the Jack Gallagher gimmick is not too bad. I've kind of enjoyed him. He's been entertaining. He's done some kind of cool stuff. Brings back a little bit of like the, I don't know. I guess I would call it a little bit of the DX shenanigans in a sense. Not extreme stuff like DX, but just kind of the fun factor. He does silly little things. I kind of like that.
Yeah, he's entertaining to watch.
Yeah, he's got a good gimmick going right now.
I think Neville will win though.
But yeah, Neville is being pushed hard now as this new villainous kind of guy, so I foresee Neville retaining the title.
Next up is Sami Zayn versus Samoa Joe. I think Samoa Joe is going to win this one.
I mean, they had Sami Zayn doing the whole thing with Braun Strowman there, and he got destroyed by him. I mean, you got Samoa Joe being the destroyer under Triple H right now, so I think they're going to push Samoa Joe.
And
Big's going to come out of that after that, I think.
There's reports that after WrestleMania that Triple H will be forming some sort of unit of some kind, and it will have like Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens in it.
Oh, really?
Some sort of group of some kind. I don't know really all, but those are the two names I've heard, is that Samoa Joe will be more like a bodyguard and Kevin Owens will be...
Well, what's his groups? I'm trying to think all of his Triple H's groups of the past. It's probably going to be the new corporation or something like that.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking, a corporation, yeah.
Because, Samoa Joe's already coming dressed up in suits.
Yep. And lastly is a Raw Women's Championship match, Bayley versus Charlotte. Charlotte's going to win because all they do is keep pushing I believe they said she's 16-0 at pay-per-views.
I really hope Bailey keeps the title.
I do too.
I don't want to see Charlotte with it again. I think that's dumb. They need to break this streak, have it come to an end. It's time. You're starting to become predictable, WWE.
Yep.
Can't have her win at every pay-per-view.
Yep. And that is it for the Fastlane as of right now. They might throw another kick-in match there. So we'll go right into our sheets now. The first match is Kevin Owens, the WWE Universal Champion. In that picture, I think he's holding up the IC title.
Yeah, he's got one of the other titles.
Yep.
It's one I've had printed, so I just kept going with it.
Oh, it's fine. It works. So he's got the Universal title, which is the Raw heavyweight title for those that don't know, versus Bump, 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 Bump. Dun 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 dun. Goldberg, Goldberg,
Goldberg, Goldberg.
Tim, I'm already marking you down. I already got. You don't even have to tell me who you're going with.
Goldberg.
I knew
it. Goldberg.
I am going with Goldberg too. The reports I'm hearing is that at WrestleMania it will be Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg for the Universal title.
And I hope Goldberg has a nice title reign again. That's what I want to see.
I would love that.
I want to see him take out Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania also.
Also, I believe Chris Jericho is somehow going to...
I think, Jericho's going to help him win this title, I believe.
Yeah, interfere somehow because Jericho and Owens, they are scheduled to fight at WrestleMania.
I'm going to be downright ticked if he comes out and interferes and it costs Goldberg the title and they have him keep the title going into WrestleMania. I would be ticked about that.
Because I think that will hurt the Universal title. Right now, the Universal title needs a new champion. And it needs two big names to give it some prestige, actually. Because right now, it's basically just been Kevin Owens. Finn Balor held it for 24 hours. I think he could have brought it prestige, but he got injured. Which, by the way, I've heard Finn Balor is going to be back at WrestleMania. He's actually supposed to... I've heard he's scheduled to be wrestling at a house show, I believe, March 10th. So I believe he's going to be back real soon here, back on the next couple Monday Night Raws. So Tim and I have Goldberg for the win.
So I wonder if they're going to have. I wonder if they would be like a Samoa Joe. You take Samoa Joe.
I don't know.
Or was he gonna? Well, no. WrestleMania is already. Oh, yeah. Maybe they'll have him. Maybe they're going to look at it. I wonder if Taker's going to be facing anybody at WrestleMania this year.
You spoke too soon, Tim. You spoke too soon.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
What are you thinking, Rose?
Well, also speaking of Seth Rollins, Monday did come out and say that he will. I believe we're going to have Seth Rollins versus Triple H at WrestleMania.
Yeah, it's obvious to me that they're already, he must be on the way to recovery, and they do think he's going to be up in time for that, because I don't think he would have came out there and said that.
Yeah.
I don't think they would have had that skit on Raw with Triple H saying, "You better not be there."
Yeah.
So I'm assuming he's going to be cleared in time.
Yeah, he may not be cleared to wrestle, but I think they'll have maybe like a street fight or something like that at least, or something to that effect. I can't believe.
Yeah, he'll be cleared to wrestle, but he may not be storyline cleared to wrestle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next up is Roman Reigns.
And this one's a picture of him holding the title as well.
Donant. Don, 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 Don.
Don't. You know, it's like they have said. He really hasn't changed his gimmick much. The only thing he hasn't done is he doesn't go through the crowd anymore. That's the only thing he doesn't do. He's still got the same outfit. He's still the Shield, basically.
Yep. He's a one-man Shield now. Versus Braun Strowman. Or Strowman, or it doesn't matter what his name is.
I don't. I think that this is where they're going to have Strowman lose, probably.
Yep.
Either that or somebody's going to interfere. There'll be some new challenge for coming in for Roman Reigns. You never know with these pay-per-views.
Yeah, I think they're leading up to setting these two up for the WrestleMania matches. I am hesitant to go with Roman Reigns, but I am going to go with Roman Reigns. Reports that I'm reading.
Yes.
Roman Reigns at WrestleMania will face The Undertaker.
Oh, really?
Yep, because Roman Reigns eliminated Undertaker at the Royal Rumble. That was a setup to Taker's opponent at WrestleMania.
Wow.
So it'll be Roman Reigns versus Taker at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. And then but then they better not. I mean, I don't want to see, Taker lose again.
Yeah, I don't. I can't see that. I don't. It took Brock Lesnar beating Undertaker, and that took three F5s for Taker to lose.
And our last event for this wonderful Fastlane pay-per-view, you have the champs, Gallows and Anderson. And I don't think I can sing their music because I don't know it well enough.
Yeah, I can't help you out there either.
And they are versing the, what do we got here? Couple of haters.
Couple of wise guys.
Couple of haters.
My name is Enzo Amore, and I am a certified G, and and you can't teach that. And this right here is Big Cass, and he's 7 feet tall, and you can't teach that. Bada boom, realest guys in the room. How you doing?
How you doing?
That was my best attempt at it.
This is going to be an interesting match, really, because both these guys are pretty much up-and-comers. I feel like Gallows and Anderson getting the titles, and they're finally getting some respect. I mean, after being, for the longest time, they didn't really do much in the WWE, and it was kind of like, eh. But they were part of the original Bullet Club, so, I mean, now they're finally getting the respect they deserve in WWE.
Yep. Earlier I had heard reports that Swaft is supposed to do something at WrestleMania. So I don't know if that necessarily means that they'll be tag champions, but I love Swaft. I'm going with them.
I love Swaft as well. I'd love to see them get the titles. Give me Swaft.
You do realize the title belts come down to NASCAR this week for us.
Yeah, pretty much.
I didn't see any really any games to go opposite from each other here. So,
Yeah, true that. I mean,
um,
I wasn't feeling the throwing it out there on a whim game this week.
no, I wasn't either. Any reports on how the Eagles versus the Hoopsters are doing?
Well, the Roger said they lost. He thinks by 11. And there was only a few of the actual Eagles there, so they added some hoopsters agreed to play for our team. So
Oh, nice.
Looks like we had four players from the hoopsters playing for us.
Well, there you go. It's just for fun anyway. So, first up, I recently liked on Facebook this Detroit Sports Nation, and it says the NHL trade line has come and gone. The Red Wings made several moves. However, there's still one move that needs to be made. General manager Ken Holland needs to step aside or be let go.
Oh. You have been saying this for a while.
Yes, I have. I have been saying this, and I agree. He does need to be let go or needs to step aside. We need to get a new vision for the Red Wings. I don't think the head coach should be fired or let go.
I heard some discussion about that, yes, that a lot of people are saying he should not be the scapegoat for this whole mess. This is not his fault. So.
No. He's only been the coach for 2 years. He hasn't even been there long enough. And this whole mess is because I believe there was another article that I had posted that was talking about Ken Holland and the reason the Red Wings aren't good right now is because for so many years he traded away the good young talent to get veterans. So what's happened over time is we don't have any good young talent. Well, actually, we do down in.
I'd say we do, but they're down. They're obviously they're down in our two other teams because those two teams are doing pretty good right now.
The Griffins and the Walleye are doing excellent right now.
The Griffins and Walleye are doing great, and that's where all our younger developing talent is.
Yep. I think it's time for him to step aside. I think we need to get a fresh view on the Red Wings and fresh ideas.
So, do we need to also clean house then? Is that what it's going to come down to, you think?
I don't think we need to clean house. I think we just need to start
about the future and not worrying about the playoffs so much anymore.
Yeah, I think I've been saying it on here all along. I've been saying this to a lot of my coworkers, and I think I've said this to you, that I actually don't want the Red Wings to make the playoffs this year because that's been their main focus for the past 5 years is we have to make the playoffs. We have to make the playoffs. Let's keep this streak alive. Well, now the issue is the past 5 years we've gotten into the playoffs. That's great.
Yay, we made the playoffs, and then
we exit the first round. We don't even win one game, or if we do win one game, it's we lose four games to 1.
Yeah, it's pathetic.
It's like, okay, what was the point of us making the playoffs?
Yeah.
Back in the 90s and the early 2000s, the vision was, let's win a Stanley Cup. When was the last time you heard that from a Red Wing team? Let's win the Stanley Cup. So we need to refocus and forget about the 25 years we've been playoff streak. That's a great record. Congratulations, Red Wings. Time to refocus. Let's get a Stanley Cup.
Yeah, let's get serious about this again. Yep.
Colin Kaepernick no longer wants his method of protest to detract from the positive change that he believes has been created. Kaepernick is going to stand during the national anthem this year.
And that's only because he's a free agent looking for another job.
Yep.
He got released from the 49ers.
Because he wouldn't stand for the national anthem, which I thought was the dumbest way to protest.
That's his, I think that's basically his way of saying, hey, if you want me, I'll definitely do it. So kind
On
of
this
stuff comes back.
date. Oh, sorry, Tim. What were you gonna say?
That kind of stuff comes back to bite you.
Yep.
What team's gonna be screaming out there for you right now? Who's gonna want you? Is there people jumping at it right now, going, "Oh yeah, he's a free agent. Let's get on that." They're not, because this country, it's a bad gig at a sporting event being a guy not standing during the national anthem when we do that in our arenas for a reason.
Yep. On this day, Wilt Chamberlain scored 100 points.
On this day, I see clearly. Oh, sorry.
Nice tribute to Edge there. The Detroit Pistons set an NBA record in blowout loss to the New Orleans Pelicans for the worst free throw percentage in a single game. That's not a good record to have there.
Good old Pistons.
Jerome Iglinda was traded to the Kings from the Avalanche on Wednesday for a conditional 4th-round pick in the 2018 NHL Draft. Iglinda is 39 in his final season of a 3-year, $16 million contract. Two more Impact stars leaving the company. Mike and Marie Kesselbent are no longer with Impact Wrestling.
Impact Wrestling is not messing around, and it's kind of weird because they're offering their talents a contract. If they balk at it or don't get on it right away, then they're just like, fine, go somewhere else. We're done with you.
Yeah.
And so a lot of those wrestlers are just like, well, okay, we're gone.
Yep.
And Vince has got to be laughing his way all the way to the bank, because any one of those guys that are any good, he's probably just going to pick up and throw on NXT just to have on the contract so they don't go anywhere else.
Well, and potentially have them be superstars with WWE.
And Maria's a former, isn't she a former WWE diva anyway?
Yep, she is. Speaking of TNA, Matt and Jeff felt very disrespected. I guess in the contract negotiations, they wanted, I think, creative control and a percentage, and TNA was just offering them just absolutely horrible contracts. And so Matt, I guess they were like in the middle of a meeting, and Jeff just was like, you know what, this is dumb. I'm done. I don't want to wrestle for you guys anymore. I'm out of here. He took off, and then Matt and his lawyer were still sitting there hashing out contract negotiations, and the lawyer just was like, this is absolutely ridiculous. Matt's not taking any of these deals. We're done. We're out of here too. So it was not a good thing.
Well, here now there's a rumor that he was going by Bully Ray on TNA, that Bully Ray has signed a deal with Impact Wrestling to return to Impact Wrestling. I just posted it to the page.
Interesting. The Aggies, I assume this is, the game actually we have on our sheet here. The Aggies, one win away from third TCC team to go undefeated in regular season. Oh, and speaking of wrestlers asking for their release and quitting, Jack Swagger has asked for his WWE release.
Wow.
Former World Heavyweight Champion, which, I mean, I'm not surprised by this. When I read this, I was like, yeah, I don't When was the last time you saw Jack Swagger?
Well, he went to went over to SmackDown, said he wanted to be wrestle over there, and because Raw wasn't treating him right, and then shortly after that they never did anything.
Yeah,
And
that was the last thing I heard was him going to SmackDown, and that was it. So apparently he's asked for his release. So the Philadelphia 76ers have announced that Joel Emmons has a meniscus tear, was more pronounced than originally thought. He will miss the remainder of the season. Excuse me. The Red Wings have already started the draft, or the trade deadline just ended, I believe, today. The Red Wings traded 4 guys away for draft picks. One of them was Steve Ott, and he was very emotional after the Red Wings traded him. He said he loved being a Red Wing and wearing the Red Wing jersey in front of his family and friends, and he was very sad to be traded. Your 2017 Toledo football schedule has been posted up on the Frenzy page here. August 31st is their first game against Elon. Then Nevada, Tulsa, University of Miami, Eastern Michigan, Central Michigan. I don't know who that one is. It's a Z. Who's the Z team?
There has been a sighting at Impact behind the scenes, not officially a member of the crew yet. Yes, the one, the only, Alberto! Alberto. That's all I can go by on Impact, apparently.
Alberto. Uh-huh.
Alberto has been spotted on the sets of Impact. Formerly known as TNA. They want to do away with the TNA completely now, from what I'm hearing.
That does it for the Toledo football schedule. If you want to see the rest of it, you can see it on the Frenzy page. Adrian is joining us on the Facebook Live, and he says, "Good work, guys." Thanks, Adrian. We appreciate that.
Yes, we do. Thank you very much.
Speaking of Kaepernick opts out of his contract. There's an article here that says more TNA talent could be leaving soon. So I have a feeling they're going to be shuffling their roster around a little bit. Another Wings trade was Thomas Venke to the Florida Panthers. The Golden State Warriors have announced that Kevin Durant suffered a grade 2 MCL sprain and bone bruise and will be reevaluated in 4 weeks. After WrestleMania, reports are that Kurt Angle will replace Mick Foley as the Raw general manager. Steve Ott went to Montreal, by the way. I don't think if I mentioned that. We talked about this earlier. Matt Hardy has been sending Bray Wyatt text messages. Let me pull this article up so I can read the text messages to you. I believe I said this to Tim. Or they weren't text messages, but they were tweets, I should say.
They're also saying that so there's going to be a huge fight between Matt Hardy and Impact right now as to who actually owns the rights to his broken Hardy.
Oh. So even if he does sign with WWE, there's chances are he may not be able to use that.
He says he owns it and it never was Impact's. Plus, with the changing factor of the company being bought out under a new brand name and everything else, he's saying it's his and not theirs. And so Looks like it could be a decent. I mean, it probably depends on how much money they want to put into it.
The tweet said Matt Hardy, or this is not this part, but Matt Hardy has responded to a tweet that Bray Wyatt left Hardy back in December 2016. Back on December 13th, Hardy extended an invite to Bray Wyatt to come to Total Nonstop Deletion, to which Wyatt tweeted back, "You know where to find us." Nothing was said after that until now. Hardy today tweeted, "I certainly do. Champion of Meeks Mayhan's Blue Show."
Another sighting at Impact. ODB.
Oh.
Her return to the Impact Zone. She's been away for a while.
And also, he says, "At least I can trust my hashtag brother Neo." Could Matt Hardy be about to head over to the Blue Show, aka SmackDown? New York Jets inform cornerback Darrell Revis of his impending release. He will become a free agent on March 9th. Kirk Cousins would accept a trade only to the 49ers. Cousins reportedly won't sign an extension with any other team but the Niners if he gets traded.
Huh. That's what you get when those guys have a thing in their contract that says they can do their trade clause.
Yep. The Detroit Red Wings also traded Brandon Smith to the New York Rangers for draft picks. Generally, when a team does this, it's because they're looking to the future and trying to get young talent drafted. The Kansas City Chiefs and Eric Berry finalized a 6-year deal worth $78 million.
It usually lets them get out of a big contract too, right? If they can trade it. Sometimes they can get out of a big money contract that they have.
What they do usually in that instance is so like, so for instance, this Eric Berry has a $78 million deal. So say making him the highest paid safety in the league. Say next year the Kansas City Chiefs decide to trade him somewhere. What they can sometimes do is, if the team getting him doesn't want that big of a contract, what then sometimes can happen is they can work out negotiations where the Chiefs would have to pay a portion of his contract, or the guy will come in and they can renegotiate a new contract for him. It's all part of,
right.
Trades is figuring it out. Vikings declined 2017 option for running back Adrian Peterson, but I did believe a report that the Vikings still want him. So I think they just want to, maybe work out a different contract. It sounds like Cousins wants to play for the 49ers. Kirk Cousins may reunite with Kyle Shannon in San Francisco next season. Oh, Peppers chose a position at the at a combine. Let's see what.
Yeah, I didn't actually open it yet to see what position he chose.
What do you think he picked?
Running back?
Nope. Former Michigan star Jabril Peppers works out as a linebacker.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm kind of shocked by that one.
Yeah.
I would have thought a running back or maybe a cornerback. And I think that about does you guys for the night. That's all I have for you guys.
All right. That's a good show we got for you guys tonight. So remember, everyone, we will be shooting the recap show Monday night because of we have a few games on Sunday plus the pay-per-view. So everybody get out there and have a great weekend, and we will talk to you again real soon. I'm the coach. Be blessed, everyone.
And I'm Jamie, and that's the sump pump kicking on.
That's right. We'll see you guys again real soon. Take care, everybody, and have a great weekend.
Go Blue!